a stop motion about punctuating dialogue by Devanshi, Emma, and Brooke. Today we're going to teach you the 9 rules about punctuating dialogue. We have some visuals to go with it as well. This is for all of the middle schoolers who might need some help in punctuating dialogue. The first rule is simple. Make sure to use quotation marks to set off a direct quotation. Here's an example just in case you find it confusing. The second rule is making sure to capitalize the first word of a quotation, even if the quotation starts mid-sentence, before the start of a complete quote. Speaking of capitalization, our third rule is that you need to capitalize the first letter of a direct quote when the quoted material is a complete sentence.
Alright, on to the next segue of rules. Our fourth rule that is simple but important is you must use commas to introduce or interrupt direct quotations. Another common rule is that periods and commas must go inside quotation marks. This goes for question marks too. Just keep in mind that this only applies to the punctuation placed before the quote and not after. In addition to that, question marks must be placed logically.
And finally, for our last set of rules, we have our 7th rule. If a question ends in mid-sentence, a question mark replaces the comma attribution. Here's an example for you. Here's the 8th rule. Single quotation marks must be used when quoting inside of a quotation mark. Here's an example. And now for our 9th and final rule, we must remember when a quote runs off a page, start with a new quotation mark and finish off the quote. Here's an example.